Tesla has suffered a dramatic setback in Sweden, catching many by surprise. This isn't just a rough patch, it's a full-blown collapse in a country where Tesla was once synonymous with electric cars. Sales have plummeted by an astonishing 90%. Interestingly, this decline isn't due to a shrinking electric vehicle market. In fact, Sweden's EV market is thriving. The root of Tesla's woes lies in a complex mix of reputation damage, leadership controversies, and a significant shift in consumer sentiment that could have far-reaching implications for the brand globally. Why did Sweden turn away from Elon Musk? What does this mean for Tesla's future in Europe and beyond? Could this collapse signal broader challenges for the world's most famous electric car maker? The fallout is beginning. Elon Musk, a polarizing figure, has seen his recent political maneuvers tarnish not just his personal image, but also drag Tesla down with him. His alignment with Donald Trump and public criticisms of unions have alienated the very customer base that once revered him across Europe, where progressive values and strong labor rights are highly valued. Musk's actions, coupled with controversial tweets and public statements, have raised questions about whether his leadership prioritizes personal ideology over corporate vision. In Sweden, where collective responsibility and social equity are deeply ingrained cultural values, Musk's approach feels out of step. Tesla, once celebrated for innovation, is now more closely associated with controversy. A significant aspect of this fallout is Musk's stance against unions. In Sweden, renowned for its robust labor protections and support for collective bargaining, Musk's clashes with American unions and perceived disregard for worker rights have reinforced Tesla's image as a company that overlooks employee well-being. This narrative contrasts sharply with companies like Volvo, which proudly uphold unionized workforces and prioritize worker engagement. Beyond Sweden, Tesla's standing in Europe has shifted. Once viewed as a pioneer, the company now faces perceptions of veering toward political extremism. Musk's increasingly vocal political stance, which diverges from European sensibilities, has turned Tesla from a local innovator into an outsider. The irony is striking. Musk, once hailed as a visionary progressive, is now seen as a divisive figure, whose ideological shift has made Tesla less appealing in markets where it once thrived. In essence, Tesla's troubles in Sweden underscore broader challenges stemming from leadership controversies, ideological clashes, and a shifting market perception that could redefine its future trajectory in Europe and beyond. In markets that prioritize neutrality and sustainability over political drama, Tesla's reputation has taken a serious hit, and rebuilding trust won't be easy. As Elon Musk's political stances continue to damage the brand, Tesla's product line is also suffering. The much-hyped Cybertruck has turned from a breakthrough innovation into a cautionary tale. When it was first introduced, Musk presented it as a game-changing, futuristic pickup that would shake up the industry. Instead, it's become a symbol of overpromise and underdelivery. Initial enthusiasm quickly turned to disappointment as owners reported issues ranging from subpar build quality to safety concerns and mechanical problems. While the Cybertruck was once marketed as a durable and revolutionary utility vehicle, it's now viewed by many as a flawed product. Disillusioned early buyers, many of whom were true believers in the Tesla brand, are voicing their frustration across social media and online forums. Frequent safety recalls and performance inconsistencies have further damaged its image. The financial implications are serious. Tesla is now sitting on unsold Cybertruck inventory worth hundreds of millions, causing major cash flow strain. Dealerships are even reluctant to take Cybertrucks as trade-ins due to concerns about resale difficulty. A resale crisis is unfolding, with even used models struggling to find buyers. It's a stark reversal for a vehicle that was supposed to lead a revolution. Instead, it's barely holding its place in the market. What was once Musk's bold bet on innovation has become a nightmare of slowing demand and growing dissatisfaction. Meanwhile, competitors are seizing the opportunity. In Europe, Tesla's struggles are creating room for other automakers to rise. Companies like Volvo, Polestar, and Volkswagen are stepping in to capture the EV momentum Tesla is losing. For these brands, it's not just about filling a gap, it's about redefining consumer expectations. Volvo and Polestar, with their clean Scandinavian aesthetics and focus on sustainability, are appealing to environmentally minded European buyers. The launch of the Polestar 3 and Volvo EX90 clearly shows a strategy focused on advanced technology without the baggage of controversy. Volkswagen is also making significant progress, especially with its ID series, which emphasizes affordability, dependability, and a user-friendly EV experience. As Tesla's image becomes increasingly chaotic, these brands are positioning themselves as stable, consistent alternatives. They're also shifting their marketing to highlight values that matter in Europe: worker rights, ethical sourcing, and long-term reliability. Values that contrast sharply with Tesla's growing reputation for unpredictability and internal conflict. These brands are also investing heavily in infrastructure. Volvo and Volkswagen, for example, are partnering with governments and private entities to expand EV charging networks across Europe. This approach not only solves practical problems, but also reinforces their commitment to staying power, unlike Tesla's erratic trajectory. In today's European EV market, success isn't just about having a good car, it's about representing trust, reliability, and values consumers can align with. Tesla may find it extremely difficult, if not impossible, to regain its former standing. As Europe recalibrates, Asia is preparing to dominate. China is now stepping into the spotlight as the next global EV powerhouse. Brands like BYD, NIO, and XPeng are not just growing, they are strategically outmaneuvering their Western rivals. Their formula: competitive pricing, reliable quality, and a clear avoidance of political controversy. BYD, often referred to as China's answer to Tesla, is leading with accessible, dependable, and increasingly stylish EVs. Models like the Dolphin and Seal are winning over consumers both at home and abroad, undercutting Tesla's Model 3 by thousands of dollars. Unlike Tesla's focus on luxury, BYD appeals to the mass market with practical vehicles that deliver value without the high cost. NIO is carving a niche through innovation in battery swapping, an alternative to fast charging, providing quick energy replenishment at dedicated stations. This approach is especially attractive in dense urban environments, helping NIO build loyalty across Asia and Europe. XPeng, on the other hand, is making waves with its emphasis on smart tech, particularly in autonomous driving and advanced driver assistance systems. Its P7 and G9 models show how the brand merges innovation with affordability. Importantly, XPeng tailors its software for local needs and regulations, a contrast to Tesla's more one-size-fits-all update model. China's EV surge isn't just driven by smart companies, it's powered by strong government backing. Generous subsidies and infrastructure investment have created a fertile ground for electric mobility. While Tesla's global image is increasingly tied to controversy, Chinese brands are positioning themselves as practical, reliable, and apolitical alternatives for modern transportation, especially in Europe, where the demand for EVs continues to grow. Chinese automakers are rapidly capitalizing on Tesla's decline by offering affordable, reliable, and politically neutral EVs that resonate with practical consumers worldwide. As brands like BYD, NIO, and XPeng surge ahead with compelling alternatives backed by government support and tailored innovation, Tesla finds itself losing ground, especially in Europe and Asia. Meanwhile, legacy luxury brands like Mercedes and BMW face their own crisis. Rising tariffs and shifting consumer expectations are eroding their premium positioning. They're now caught between maintaining exclusivity and adapting to new economic realities. In response, Elon Musk is turning back to Tesla's roots, betting big on innovation, including solid-state batteries and a rumored affordable compact model aimed at reclaiming the European market. But while technological breakthroughs might reignite interest among enthusiasts, the bigger challenge remains overcoming the political and reputational damage that has deeply eroded public trust in Tesla. Tesla's future is caught in a storm of image crisis, financial strain, and intensifying competition, largely exacerbated by the polarizing presence of Elon Musk. As the company's reputation suffers from political entanglements and declining public trust, it's clear that technological innovation alone won't be enough. Rebranding has become a necessity, with experts urging Tesla to shift focus back to its original mission of sustainability and clean energy. Strategies include distancing from Musk's political persona, highlighting the broader team, forming partnerships with progressive European organizations, and launching campaigns centered on community, innovation, and ethics. But even with a rebrand, Tesla's financial outlook is troubling. Falling sales, mounting inventory, and shrinking margins are straining its resources. Investors are increasingly anxious about Tesla's ability to sustain growth while funding costly innovations. Potential solutions like selling off profitable segments, seeking subsidies, or forming alliances are all complicated by Musk's control and reputation. As Chinese automakers and legacy brands close in with competitive offerings, the central question remains: can Tesla reinvent itself fast enough to survive the next wave, or will Musk's presence continue to overshadow its potential? As Tesla grapples with both internal problems and external criticism, its competitors are steadily catching up. American manufacturers like Ford and General Motors are launching electric vehicles that are affordable and practical, aimed at everyday consumers, unlike Tesla's premium offerings. In Europe, brands such as Volvo and Polestar are seizing the moment, emphasizing dependability and environmental responsibility, all without the political baggage that now shadows Tesla. these brands are attracting buyers who once favored Tesla. Meanwhile, Chinese automakers like BYD are dominating the lower-cost EV segment by delivering high-value vehicles at competitive prices. The central question is whether Tesla can respond swiftly enough to this new wave of sensible, controversy-free electric cars. If it can't, the company may be pushed to the sidelines in the very market it helped pioneer. As the competition intensifies, the global audience is left wondering whether Tesla can keep up. Sweden's impact. A spreading rejection. Tesla's sharp downturn in Sweden wasn't just a localized stumble, it marked a broader shift that's now sweeping across Europe. Once hailed as a symbol of technological progress and environmental leadership, Tesla is experiencing a dramatic fall in public opinion. The sales slump in Sweden served as the catalyst for a wider European backlash, with countries like Norway, Denmark, and the Netherlands, formerly Tesla strongholds, now seeing declining demand. What was once a status symbol of green innovation is increasingly viewed as a politically charged brand, tainted by Elon Musk's controversial reputation. The political climate across Europe is evolving, and many governments that once supported Tesla through incentives and infrastructure investment are changing course. In Sweden, policymakers are now actively promoting domestic EV brands over Tesla to boost local industry and reduce dependence on a single unpredictable company. Denmark and the Netherlands are following suit, altering their subsidy programs to favor brands seen as more socially responsible and stable. This isn't just about economic strategy, it's also about distancing from the social and political controversies Musk has become known for. European media has also shifted tone. Where coverage once celebrated Tesla's innovation, it now resembles a eulogy for a fallen leader. Automotive and mainstream press alike have turned critical, framing Tesla as a cautionary example of how erratic leadership can undermine trust. Importantly, Tesla's diminishing brand value isn't due to product flaws, but the political and social baggage it now carries. For a company that once embodied Europe's push towards sustainability, this shift is deeply damaging, especially in regions that place high value on social responsibility and environmental ethics. This backlash represents a meaningful change in how consumers view Tesla, one that may influence buying decisions for years. China's rise. The new EV powerhouse. As Tesla loses ground in Europe, Chinese EV makers are moving quickly to fill the gap. Companies like BYD and NEO are capitalizing on Tesla's downturn, aggressively marketing themselves as dependable, forward-looking alternatives. In markets where Tesla's political image has taken a hit, Chinese brands are positioning themselves as apolitical innovators. Their success lies in avoiding controversy. BYD and NIO focus on delivering affordable, reliable, and cutting-edge electric vehicles without the ideological overtones. Their messaging is clear and effective. They sell technology, not politics. By sidestepping the polarizing debates that have entangled Tesla, they are gaining traction, particularly in socially conscious regions like Northern Europe. In addition to focusing on affordability and innovation, Chinese EV makers are excelling in areas where Tesla is increasingly falling short, namely customer experience and after-sales service. This strategy is paying off. In countries like Sweden, Norway, and the Netherlands, sales for Chinese brands are steadily climbing, even as Tesla's numbers decline. China's edge also comes from its manufacturing prowess. Unlike Tesla, which continues to struggle with production delays and quality control, Chinese manufacturers have streamlined efficient processes that produce dependable EVs at a fraction of the cost. Their vehicles offer comparable performance and driving range, often for significantly lower prices. Moreover, these companies are proactively forming partnerships with European firms, smoothing out supply chains, and improving customer service. Their adaptable, no-nonsense approach contrasts sharply with Tesla's more erratic trajectory. The key question now is whether Tesla can keep up with this momentum, or if its brand damage is too deep to repair. While Tesla works to mend its image, Chinese automakers aren't waiting. They're not only entering established markets, but also filling gaps Tesla has overlooked. Affordable family cars and compact city EVs are becoming increasingly popular, especially in densely populated European urban centers. At the same time, European luxury car makers are facing their own existential challenges. Companies like BMW and Mercedes-Benz are struggling under the weight of tariffs, rising production costs, and Tesla's implosion. Maintaining a premium identity is becoming more expensive and difficult. One proposed fix, moving production to the US to avoid tariffs, risks eroding the cachet of Made in Germany, a reputation these brands have built over decades. Staying in Europe means higher production costs and, inevitably, higher prices. That's becoming a problem as more consumers gravitate toward practical, budget-conscious alternatives from China and the US. In response, some luxury brands are trying to rebrand sustainability as luxury, highlighting eco-friendly production and sustainable materials to appeal to environmentally conscious consumers who still value premium quality. But the challenge remains. Can luxury brands balance high-end appeal with the need to appear practical and socially responsible? As European automakers hesitate, American companies sense an opening. The idea of a future without Tesla dominating the EV market is no longer far-fetched. Once the face of innovation, Tesla is now losing its grip, largely due to Elon Musk's increasingly unpredictable behavior, which has alienated consumers and damaged trust. In the US, companies like Ford and GM are stepping up with dependable, affordable EVs that resonate with the middle class. Their vehicles offer a sense of stability and long-term value, without the drama. American-made EVs are now seen not just as patriotic purchases, but as smart, practical alternatives in a world where imports are growing more expensive and less reliable. The big question is whether Musk will step aside to help salvage Tesla's reputation or continue down the same controversial path. Analysts are split, but one thing is certain: the auto industry has permanently changed, and Tesla's days as the uncontested leader may be over. As Tesla's troubles deepen, most visibly in Sweden, it's clear the company's dominance is being seriously challenged. With agile competitors like BYD and Polestar making major gains and Europe realigning its loyalties, the EV market is shifting fast. We'll be here to track every twist in the story and bring you the truth behind the headlines. If you want to stay informed and ahead of the curve, don't forget to subscribe and be part of the conversation. As of mid-2025, Tesla is grappling with one of the most turbulent periods in its history, as its brand, once synonymous with innovation and progress, is being undermined by a mix of sales declines, reputational damage, internal challenges, and growing competitive pressure. In what was once a stronghold, California, Tesla's Q1 sales have dropped by 21%, a dramatic reversal given the state's role as both a major EV market and a cultural trendsetter. While Tesla struggles, other EV manufacturers collectively grew their sales by 14% in the same period, signaling that the market for electric vehicles is not shrinking, but rather shifting away from Tesla. This has led to a drop in the company's California EV market share from nearly 50% to under 40%, a significant setback not just for Tesla, but for California's broader clean energy goals. Nationally, Tesla's US market share has also taken a hit, slipping from 51% to 44%, a clear sign that the brand's grip on the domestic EV landscape is loosening as competition intensifies from both traditional automakers like Ford, Hyundai, and GM, and newer players like Rivian and Lucid. One of the most consequential issues Tesla is facing is a reputational crisis that has begun to erode consumer trust. Much of this is attributed to CEO Elon Musk, whose increasingly vocal political stances, especially his alignment with Donald Trump and controversial commentary on social media, have turned away many core Tesla buyers, particularly environmentally conscious and progressive consumers in urban areas. Polls and consumer perception surveys now show that Tesla is the only major EV brand with a net negative favorability rating, and a significant portion of the population, especially in younger demographics, say they would never consider purchasing a Tesla. This sentiment is not just anecdotal. Brands are being affected by the politicization of their leadership, and Tesla appears to be a prime example of how brand loyalty can unravel when public perception shifts. Once admired for disrupting the auto industry and advancing sustainable transport, Tesla is now increasingly viewed through a polarizing political lens. Compounding these challenges are problems with Tesla's product strategy and execution. The Model Y, Tesla's best-selling vehicle, is undergoing a redesign that has had a rocky rollout, plagued by delays and inconsistent quality reports. Meanwhile, the long-awaited Cybertruck, a vehicle that once captured the imagination of Tesla's fanbase, is facing mounting criticism and has been labeled a commercial disappointment. Early buyers have encountered recalls, technical issues, and ergonomic complaints, leading many to question whether Tesla's focus has shifted too far toward hype and away from reliability and refinement. These operational and product setbacks are critical in an era when rival automakers are delivering increasingly polished and competitive EV offerings. At the same time, Tesla's core value proposition, its charging network, range leadership, and software, faces new threats as other automakers gain ground in battery tech, autonomous driving, and EV infrastructure through alliances and public-private investments. Ironically, despite all of these setbacks, Tesla's stock has been on a tear, rebounding nearly 45% over the past month and pushing the company's market capitalization back above $1.1 trillion. Investors appear to be betting on the long-term vision, buoyed by announcements such as the rollout of autonomous ride-hailing services in Austin, Texas, and the upcoming launch of a new affordable Tesla model aimed at mass-market adoption. Additionally, Tesla's decision to resume hiring, particularly in Germany, where it had previously frozen recruitment, suggests a strategic shift toward expansion and recovery. The company posted over 300 job openings in April alone, signaling a cautious but deliberate step away from the cost-cutting measures that followed its revenue and profit declines in late 2023 and early 2024. Still, the underlying truth is that Tesla's future has never been more uncertain. While it maintains a first-mover advantage and a strong brand foundation, that brand is now fractured, and the company's ability to lead the EV revolution is no longer taken for granted. Tesla is now navigating a transformed landscape. One where consumer sentiment is more politically charged, product expectations are higher, and market dynamics are rapidly shifting. Whether Tesla can reinvent itself without alienating its base or compromising on its technological ambitions will determine if it can remain a dominant force in the electric era or if it will become a cautionary tale of a disruptor that lost its way. Tesla's vision for the future of the electric revolution in 2025 and beyond is bold and multifaceted, aiming to reshape not only the automotive industry, but the entire energy ecosystem. At the forefront of its plans is the launch of a new, highly anticipated mass-market electric vehicle, frequently referred to as the Model 2 or Redwood. This compact crossover is designed to be significantly more affordable than Tesla's current lineup, targeting a price point under $30,000 to make electric vehicles accessible to a far broader demographic worldwide. This strategy marks a pivotal shift from Tesla's earlier focus on premium, higher-priced models to a more democratized approach, addressing one of the biggest barriers to EV adoption: cost. To achieve this, Tesla is employing its next-generation vehicle platform that incorporates cutting-edge manufacturing innovations such as large single-piece castings and a structural battery pack, which streamline production, reduce weight, and cut costs without compromising safety or performance. The company hopes that by scaling production of this affordable EV, it can dramatically accelerate the global transition to clean transportation. Simultaneously, Tesla is pushing forward with autonomous vehicle technology, an area where it has long staked its reputation. In mid-2025, Tesla plans to roll out a pilot autonomous robotaxi service in Austin, Texas, featuring a small, invite-only fleet initially ranging from 10 to 20 vehicles. This ambitious project aims to demonstrate the capabilities of Tesla's full self-driving FSD software in real-world conditions, promising a future where rides are available without a human driver behind the wheel. However, the rollout is cautious. Tesla intends to use teleoperators who can remotely intervene when the autonomous system encounters complex or unforeseen scenarios, highlighting that fully driverless operation is still a work in progress. This cautious approach comes amid regulatory scrutiny from agencies such as the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, which continue to evaluate the safety and efficacy of Tesla's autonomous features. Despite these challenges, Tesla sees robotaxis as a cornerstone of its future business model, potentially revolutionizing urban transportation by offering affordable, on-demand autonomous rides while generating new revenue streams beyond vehicle sales. Beyond the automotive realm, Tesla's vision expands into the broader energy landscape through its Master Plan Part 3, which lays out a comprehensive roadmap for accelerating the world's shift to sustainable energy. The plan envisions the deployment of an unprecedented scale of renewable energy infrastructure, targeting the development of approximately 3,000 gigawatts (GW) of solar power and nearly 2,000 GW of wind power globally. These renewable energy sources would be integrated with massive advances in battery storage technology, allowing for stable, reliable energy grids powered by clean sources. Tesla is also committed to achieving 100% battery recycling across all its vehicles and energy storage products by 2040, aiming to close the resource loop and reduce reliance on newly mined raw materials, which often involve environmentally and socially problematic practices. This circular approach to battery production underscores Tesla's commitment not only to cleaner energy, but also to sustainable manufacturing practices. In essence, Tesla's future roadmap is about much more than just selling electric cars. It is about fundamentally transforming how energy is produced, stored, and consumed on a global scale. By combining affordable electric vehicles, cutting-edge, autonomous technology, and a massive build-out of renewable energy infrastructure, Tesla aims to maintain its leadership in the EV space while emerging as a central player in the global clean energy revolution. However, the company faces significant hurdles. It must regain consumer trust amid growing political and reputational challenges, navigate regulatory scrutiny on autonomous driving, and compete with an expanding field of automakers investing heavily in EVs. Whether Tesla can successfully execute this ambitious vision will determine its role in shaping the electric revolution for decades to come, potentially making it a catalyst for one of the most profound technological and environmental shifts in modern history.